What's up guys, welcome back from the YgoPro duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Last match here in the top 8 of the losers bracket. We have PK Fire / Burning Abyss versus extra deck Monarchs. Well, both decks really don't need an introduction. We have one of the winners of the previous Cross-Banlist Cup editions being the last edition indeed from 2018. Extra deck variant featuring Brilliant Fusion as well, very powerful list, right? Definitely one of the title candidates of this year. It's paired up against Burning Abyss, so again both these decks already lost one match. If they lose this one, they'll definitely be out of the tournament, and the deck that wins this one will move on to the left side of the bracket and will take on Mermail Atlanteans, if not mistaken. This is of course a PK Fire list. Main access cards are big cards here in the main deck: Double Seer, Triple Terratop and Triple Beatrice as well, not to forget. The Emptiness, you know, like a side note. So which deck has the advantage? I can definitely feel the people here from past video seeing that Monarchs, yeah, pretty much both decks from the same format, but yeah, Monarchs in theory should have the advantage over Burning Abyss, as people mentioning here, and as we see from the votes from the previous video, again for the most obvious reasons, I think, you know, like Aether, Stormfort playing during your opponent's turn, the potential Maxi as a hand trap that could potentially stop Burning Abyss, and at the same time we have Erebus to get rid of like a Beatrice or Dante without triggering it is again very powerful. Anyway, so Monarchs going first, they can definitely go first or second against Burning Abyss. Going second might be a little bit of a hinder, again the access of PK Fire to Fogblade. The quote-unquote searchable Fogblade on, let's say, an idea could be very problematic, but as you know, full power Monarchs could definitely play around that, thanks to Triple Aether and Triple Stormfort. So anyway, I believe I had my own Twin Twister on the opponents. Was it 1 or 2 sets? Not really sure, but most importantly again, getting the Majesty's Fiend on the field, and in most situations that should be game over. Farfa banished Erebus, so Erebus will not, be bounced back during the end phase because of the Aether summon, but again, a Majesty's Fiend is just so powerful, and I believe the Burning Abyss monsters are not an effect, but a condition that, you know, you can't control any other monsters other than Burning Abyss on your side of the field. So Majesty's Fiend is not going to negate conditions, but again, feel free to correct me. Going second, and Maxi being quite of an important card here. Again, getting me, I believe, a +1. Yeah, indeed, should be a +1 off of the Beatrice summon, and this is more than enough. Take the small risk here of drawing into the Lazuli, but luckily not drawing into the one of Lazuli here in the, you know, the main deck. So going for, try to go for the full Brilliant Fusion for Edea and Lazuli. Edea getting back the potential banished Pantheism, or yeah, I believe the Pantheism is the only banished card, so that's fine. Tenacity, etc. Going for a Storm, well, yeah, searching Stormfort eventually. You know, I believe we knew indeed there was a Fogblade set, so in this case I could, you know, like play around the Fogblade if that makes sense. Again, Aether during the opponent's turn is so strong, especially if you can follow it up with the Stormfort as well. Potentially, maybe on the Torriguide summon, maybe I should have used Stormfort Aether a bit sooner, making the Torriguide quite of a dead card again. Just give my, or let my opponent keep non-Burning Abyss monster on his side of the field, even though, but yeah, there's a graph, so he can still send or special summon, what is it called, the Burning Abyss, that special summons something from the hand, but negates the effect. So that's what, that also was an option, but yeah, indeed, probably waiting on, yeah, on Dante. I don't think it would have mattered too much in the long run. So return, preventing me from going for the extra deck summon, but that's fine. I can just drop Majesty's Fiend, prevent the Beatrice from triggering, the Dante from triggering, and, you know, just put everything in attack position and go for a game. So 2 games in a row, I think that Majesty's Fiend is quite of an important card next to Maxi. Ah, man, it's the thing, and we have seen it a couple of times already. Maxi, so powerful next to other mind or blown out cards like Vanity's Emptiness or Royal Oppression. A little bit less oppression here in this cup, but yeah, quite unfortunate here for Burning Abyss. Maxi for the third time, first turn, I guess. So that's again quite crucial, especially if Monarchs go second. And I believe my hand was quite decent. I needed those extra draws, you know, drawing into Pantheism and or a Tribute. So this is okay, but I was like, let's go, you know, potentially force out the Veiler. I think Veiler is at 3. in the Burning Abyss, so there's always definitely the potential of opening at least 1, not 2. Was a bit problematic, but the second failure on a Dia is fine. Already had the Aether in hand to potentially play during my opponent's turn, and then, you know, trigger a return, potentially searching Majesty's Fiend or Erebus, and go from there, right? At this point, Monarchs should have the game. There's a couple of options, but yeah, okay, you can go for Beatrice, maybe discarding Skarm for the potential end phase search, but what after that? I mean, he could go for Break Sword, but that seems weak, I think. Well, F-Zero is cool, but the thing is again, Monarchs have everything at their disposal. Top deck in the Brilliant Fusion is just a little bit too big, I guess. Some more salt on the wound. Special summon Seraph Knight in attack. This by doing this, you know, I can discard spell, the Monarch spell that I at the same time banish for the prime in my graveyard to go for the potential rank 5 Exceed play, and both my rank 5 Exceed monsters cannot attack, but you can just overlay them with Messier 7 and Gaia, so now both monsters can attack and can attack directly in case of, let's say, Volcasaurus or whatever. And this is indeed more than enough to attack for a game again. So a bit unfortunately for Burning Abyss, especially the Maxi, not giving Burning Abyss the option to go all out. Especially during the opening turn of, you know, going for Dante, or double Dante, or, you know, triple Dante evenly, with the Beatrice access, so that's again a bit unfortunate. An extra duel again just to prevent spoilers, not giving anything away, Monarchs going first this time, and this is definitely an okay opening hand as well. I believe very similar to the opening hand of the first duel here in the match. But yeah, they can definitely go first, go second, and the fact that Brilliant Fusion at 3 is so ridiculous. Giving Monarchs the potential double tribute summon during the opening turn is so disgusting. Again, basically a Mithra, right? Slightly the extra deck Monarch variant is not really running the Testalos, the Mega Testalos that is. So again, Aether during the the opponent's turn indeed, blocking, and because it wasn't Tour Guide, there was no option to search out or set up a craft or whatever for the potential follow-up play, so let the opponent keep the Takatomorg, I believe the name is, and now, you know, you can just get some extra searches. Vanity's Emptiness is cute, prevents the first threat from coming out being Pleiades, or the potential Wind-Up Zenmeister, I believe the name is, you know, the guy that pops 2 face downs. And because of the potential Tour Guide search, going for Felgrand again, very crucial. And again, very unfortunate not drawing the second Burning Abyss, and this is game over. Again, going for Felgrand could potentially use its effect to put Erebus in the graveyard. Again, you know, discard something, get Erebus back, etc, etc. So the Brilliant Fusion, I think, is not live, or is it live? Not really sure about this, but again, in the long run, no, it's not live. In the long run, it's not going to matter too much. Again, Erebus getting rid of the face down monster, and both monsters can just attack for a game. If this wasn't game, there was still the Aether Stormfort here in the hand with Maxi. So again, I think here in this particular case we have a well-deserved winner, Burning Abyss falling short, and of course, yeah, Monarchs being a hard main deck counter answers against are having a lot of answers to Burning Abyss, and, you know, exploit their weakness of Beatrice needed to be destroyed, you know, when it like leaves the field. So anyway, well-deserved winner. Next matchup on the right side this time, we have the first top 4 match, Pendulum Magicians versus True King Dinosaur Yangzing. Feel free to leave your predictions, and okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.